I started my career at the University of Colorado, Colorado Springs, or UCCS, in 1983. I worked in the information technology industry and retired from UCCS in 2018. One of my early jobs at UCCS was with the campus police. I'm sure Mike McAfee remembers that. One day, UCCS was doing a seatbelt awareness day on campus. A co-worker, Lisa Baker, and I dressed up as Vince and Larry, the crash test dummies. That same day, the band The Head Full of Zombies were playing on campus. I went up in the Vince costume, pulled the drummer off the drum set, and sat in and played a couple songs with the band. Then I fell off the drums, and while stumbling away, I heard bass player Dave Wee say, "Who knew that dummy could play drums?"
Hi.
When I joined the Autono, Chuck, Ivor, and I started working right away to record. We performed a lot and would take most of the money from our shows and put it back into recording. We would work our day jobs, then go into the recording studio at night, and on weekends perform all over Colorado. In 1991, we put out our first CD, This Is. Denver's Westward reporter, Michael Roberts, reviewed the disc as a well-rounded, extremely tuneful, and focused musical manifesto that establishes the Autono as among the most impressive in the area. We received a lot of press and established us as a band playing original music, which opened doors for us. In 1992, I was fortunate enough to play drums and percussion on 6 tracks of Mark Junglin's CD, A Tribe Rabble, which includes Mark's classic, Pray for Surf. Our next CD, Away From Here, reunited me with guitarist Michael Amon. Adding Michael smoothed out some of our edginess and resulted in a more commercial, more conventional sound. We were receiving a lot of airplay on radio stations in Colorado and in several other states. We went to number 1 with the song 2541 on the local station 102.7, The Max. And we managed to top the charts at the Arizona State University radio station also. I remember 102.7, The Max, had 2541 in heavy rotation, which meant it was playing the song about once an hour. Friends were coming up to me and saying they were tired of hearing the song, and could we have the radio station play another song from the CD? It was like we had some kind of say on what the radio station would play. We were just excited to get that kind of attention. The CD Away From Here made enough of an impact to catch the ears of several record company types. It sold well for a Colorado release, but the only national exposure we received came after the Album Network chose to feature This Town on an Unsigned Bands compilation CD, which was sent to hundreds of A&R representatives across the country. We played a lot of shows, opened for a lot of national bands, like the Brian Setzer Orchestra, the Georgia Satellites, the Soup Dragons, and many more. But I will always remember opening for In Excess on Sunday, April 17th, 1994, at the Air Force Academy's Arnold Hall. When it was time to hit the stage, the audience was yelling, and a stagehand had to lead me to my drums with a flashlight because it was so dark. We completely sold out of our t-shirts at that show. But the next morning, Chuck, Ivor, Mike, and I returned to our day jobs, while In Excess continued on to their next show in Cheyenne, Wyoming. 1995 saw us traveling to Volgograd, Russia with friend and composer Mark Junglin. Mark had written a rock concerto which included a rock band performing with an orchestra. The rock concerto was about a major World War II battle that took place in Stalingrad, which was renamed to Volgograd. The Soviet Union had dissolved in 1991, so in 1995, it was an exciting time in Russia. That was an amazing trip, performing with the Russian orchestra, meeting so many wonderful people, and all the remarkable experiences we had. Mike Amon left the band as we were starting to work on our next CD. We put out our third and final CD, Machines, in 1996. Thankfully, KRCC always supported us and played all of our CDs regularly. With Machines, we also got into medium rotation on Kilo 94 with the song Last Angry Man. Again, we received a lot of press, played a lot of shows, and sold many CDs, but not enough to make it to the next level. In 1998, the Volgograd Orchestra had us return to Volgograd, Russia for an encore performance of Mark Junglin's Stalingrad that we had performed in 1995. This trip was with Mark Junglin, Ivor Young, new guitarist Ben Hoffman, and myself. The Autono broke up later that year. We were successful putting out 3 CDs at Tom Greger's studio, Start Song, where Tom did all the sound engineering. After the Autono broke up, I started working with Mark Benning on a recording project that turned out to be 34 Satellite. The first lineup was Mark Benning, Ed Johnson, and myself. Ed departed and Michael Elkerton was brought in on guitar and Jeff on bass. I knew Michael because he was from the popular Denver band Babyhead, and the Autono had played with them several times. In 1998, we put out the CD Stars with 12 original songs by Mark Benning. 34 Satellite would go out on 2-week tours, and we toured all over Colorado, New Mexico, Texas, Arizona, California, and Utah. By 2000, my time in 34 Satellite had ended. I then joined the Head Full of Zombies, but this time as myself, and not as Vince, one of the crash test dummies. There was Dave Weed on bass guitar and vocals, Mark Mosier on keyboards, guitar, and vocals, and the mighty Kevin Rodella playing lead guitar and vocals. Head Full of Zombies played a lot of shows along Tejon Street, mainly at the Ritz, and we would really pack that place Thursday through Saturday nights. I finally met the love of my life, and Tamara and I married in 2002 in Ixtapa, Mexico. We had an instant family with Tamara's child Jordan, and I brought along Stella. Ochan Horoshaya Sabatka. We had a big reception party at my parents' house, where several bands played, including the Head Full of Zombies. In 2003, I called it quits from live performing on the drums. Thanks Tom Murphy for letting us, the Autono, play all those New Year's Eve shows at Murphy's. Those were some crazy nights. But especially thanks to Gail Bennett for the Deluxe Tavern. Gail had the Autono play so many shows at the Deluxe. Gail, you gave the Colorado Springs music scene an awesome music venue that helped all of us. I have always enjoyed working and learning from all the live sound engineers over the years. Dave Thomas, Brett Davis, Shane Holtz, Eldon and Doug, Tom Ray, Jerry Pete, Robbie Ripolla, and of course, Tim Ilian, who is running sound tonight. Tom Greger, you did awesome capturing our sound on all those recordings. Thank you to all the musicians I've played with over all the years. Thank you to all the photographers, especially Tammy Elam, Tamara Goldsmith, and of course, Dave Chavez. And especially thank you to all the people that have come to see us play and for supporting us.
married my husband, Kirk Maurice Ward.
I graduated with my master's degree in public administration in 2012. After retiring from UCCS, I started my own virtual CIO business where I help small to medium-sized businesses with their IT strategies. Tamara and I have also started a DJ business where we perform at corporate and people's life events. Tamara and I have been fortunate enough to do a lot of traveling. I have also now learned MIDI and have been writing and recording my own music. You always think things are going to last forever, but it's memories and the relationships you make in life that do. I am turning 60. It is hard to believe. I've had a blast over the past 60 years. My family is still very close. I have met amazing people that I still call my friends today. I have had outstanding experiences. And I'm glad to say, music is still very important in my life.
Doesn't matter time of the